Howdy everybody. Welcome to the brand new Poverty Hill indoor video studio. Today's video from the brand new Poverty Hill indoor video studio is going to be on Slate turkey calls. We've got our friend from Buffalo Hunter game calls coming over. I don't know what he's bringing, but I know it's going to be cool.
Hello everybody, I'm Kevin Rabel of Buffalo Hunter Game Calls, and happy to be here in the new Poverty Hill Adventures studio. And today I brought some Slate type turkey calls. They're not all Slate, some of them are crystal, some of them are glass, but brought some turkey calls to talk about. To start with, we'll take a look at some of these here. This call here, this is a Quaker Boy call. I live in the western New York area, the Buffalo area of New York, and Quaker Boy is a big game call maker in our area, and I have one here. Kind of high-pitched, really nice call. Let's see, I think I have, here's another. This is a newer version of a Quaker Boy call. A little different, they played a little bit with the body here. Again, another nice sounding call, kind of high pitched, but really nice call. With slate calls, you have all different kinds of materials. They don't just make them with slate like this. They'll make them glass, like this Perfection call. This is a glass call made with a plexiglass. You can see totally different sound. They do glass, they'll do copper, they'll do aluminum. They'll do calls like this Primo's Crystal call. One of my favorite calls. It's a pretty cool call. Another slate, couple of slate calls. These are a bit older slate calls. They're from maybe the 70s or 80s. This neat little call here is a Smith's game call. And they were out of Pennsylvania, Smith's. Very popular collectible call. You can see it's a really high-pitched call. This call here is a Penn's Woods call. Again, another Pennsylvania call, really neat design. Comes out like this. The bottom is your striker. Hold it like this. You can see it's not a very loud call, but I'm sure in its day and in its time, this Penn's Woods call brought in a lot of turkeys. Another really neat type slate call, mostly southern calls, are turtle shell calls. Really, really neat type call. And they use them a lot down south, and it's not a good thing to go out and hunt turtles just to make calls, but when you find turtles that have gone to the great swamp in the sky, it's really neat to use their shells, whether you use them natural like this, or like this one here. Or a lot of times they will bleach them and paint them and make a really nice fancy caul out of them. Turtle shell cauls are definitely something they make down south. And let's try this other one here, and I'll show you how this is a really nice box turtle. I think that's a box turtle. See, the box turtle creates a really nice chamber. It really sounds really nice. A couple other ones, I have these two small mud turtles. These are calls actually that I made. I traded a friend down south for a couple of mud turtle shells, and I made these myself. Yep, I hit a wrong spot there. Where's my sandpaper? You see, striker makes all the difference at times. The slate caul that I make this neat little slate caul here. Nice little square box with a. I make my strikers, I make carved deer antler, and this one has a morel mushroom carved in the end. This will give you a little bit of the sound of it. It's got a bit of a nasal sound to it, but it's my slate caul, my Buffalo Hunter slate caul. Another caul I make is my agate pot caul, and there's a really cool story to the agate pot. Back in the 90s, when I bought this caul here, this Primos crystal caul, and crystal was all the rage. It was the new material for friction slate type cauls at the time. And I remember one time, I must have been thinking about cauls or something when I was going to bed, and I'm nodding off and I'm just about asleep, and in my head I'm thinking about crystal cauls, and I think agate. All of a sudden the big light bulb goes off over my head and I'm thinking agate. And I had to get up out of bed and go down in my shop and rummage around in one of my drawers, because I had a whole box full of Brazilian agates. And I'm thinking, those might make a good caul. So I put them on my workbench, and then the next morning I started working on it, and I came up with what I called the agate pot, which is I make them, because agate is kind of fancy, I make them very fancy. This one here is all silver and 18 karat gold wire inlay. So I make these kind of fancy, but they are a pretty neat caul. Here's another real fancy one that I made with many different layers of wood and ebony and silver wire inlays. But once I played around with it, and once I figured out what I was doing, I think they make a pretty good caul. I think they're a soft caul, a finishing caul. I think they sound a bit nasally, like a turkey that's just scratching along and feeding in the leaves. Just soft nasal yelps. That's my agate pot. And I make them in all different sizes and shapes. This little tiny thing here is made out of Hawaiian koa. You can see the smaller shapes make a higher pitched sound, and I think it gives a pretty unique sound for turkey calls. So this was what I came up with when I thought about the crystal calls, which was all the rage in the 1990s.
Thanks, Kevin, for stopping by today and showing everybody a little bit about Slate turkey calls. I appreciate it, and until next time, everybody, thanks for watching. Take care. Oh, and if you like this video, please subscribe.